Hello, I am Mike of Nearly Enough Dice. This is the Kerbal Space Program. My Minmus orbiter has finished orbiting Minmus. I'm not even sure we got. Did we even do a full orbit? I can't even remember. There's Minmus, which we're leaving behind. I didn't get in space low like I wanted, which is kind of annoying, but there you go. What I'm waiting to do. I want to go back out here actually. I'm waiting to get to the sphere of influence change, which is mere seconds away. So there we go. Then I want to see what that does to my orbit, because this is currently it thinks I'm going to be ending up with a periapsis of 35, which I think is going to be all right for land Nathan. Oh right, so that right. So, okay, so alrighty then. So I take it that this is what the Trajectories Mod thinks is going to happen, which is that I'm not in fact going to do the right amount of air braking right away. So let's make ourselves a maneuver. Let's say here. How many Delta V's I've got? I've not. I've only got 90 Delta V's left to play with. So there you go. So let's see what happens. Right. So if I do a little tiny thing like that, I should land. Now, it says I'm going to land here, but I think the planet will have rotated underneath me. So who knows where I'm actually going to land? So this is what we are going to do. We are going to go through this tiny maneuver. In 4 days' time, good lord. So we'll just add that and go for it. So the Trajectories Mod being very nice and telling me what is going to actually happen. So now I know exactly, I can actually work out how deep I want to go into the atmosphere, which is always a bit of a problem before, something I wasn't really able to do. This ain't going to take too long, so that's fine. We'll just go down to very small amounts. I'm just going to use the throttle. Instead of going full throttle, I'm just going to throttle up a little bit and throttle down again. So 3, 2, 1, go. That did not do what I wanted to do. But we're landing. We might be landing a bit too rapidly actually now. Alright, so as my glasses fall apart, I need to fix these, and I probably will one day get around to it, maybe not. How many Delta V's got? Like, I've got a tiny amount of Delta V left. When to chuck the back end of this off, just quickly check to see if there's any things that I need to grab. Don't think anything's got any data in it. So I can basically chuck this any old time. And that's just going to leave me with... I'm beginning to wish I'd put the service bay at the other end of this. So I'm just going to point myself a little off this way. Oh, and I'm going to oh, Lord. Oh, that was nearly a terrible mistake. I checked my staging, and it's a good thing I did. So now we're going to be pointing permanently retrograde. I'm going to find the sun. I'm going to point my solar panels towards it. Oop, that's not what I want. That. Right, so, well, and the other thing that the Trajectories Mod is doing is it's telling me pretty much when I'm going to be when I'm going to be entering the atmosphere, which is nice, by having that little red line telling me. It says I'm going to land there. That sounds very exciting. And let's see how well we go. Oh, right, let's point retrograde very quickly. Let's do that now. Make sure, see if we can point towards the sun. We are. So we've got 2 solar panels now pointing at the sun. You would have thought that would be enough. I'm losing a... okay, that seems to be doing about the right amount. I seem to be pulling in enough solar energy to offset the amount I'm using keeping myself in one place. So very swift, much heatingness. I've decided the Trajectories mod is my new favorite mod because now I can find out exactly when I'm going to start hitting the atmosphere. I can find out am I deep enough in the atmosphere to get a full braking thing in. Stuff like that. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a mod that helps me quite a bit. Highlands. Have I got a crew port over the Highlands? Oh, cancel. Oh, that's annoying. I should have checked for a crew port. I could have gone out and gotten that crew port and gone back in again. Oh well. Poot. Okay, so we're coming in over the Highlands. About 2,000 feet of elevation. At one point, when did we take 69 Gs? That's unhealthy. Okie dokie. So that was nice and swift. That was pleasing. I've taken, didn't use very much ablator, which is much better than we had done previously. I've had situations where I've used loads and loads and loads of ablator because I've had to go round and round and round and round because I didn't have the Trajectories mod to tell me these things. Parachute still red. Parachute now acceptable. Let's go now. Because I'm very high up in the mountains and I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, Badlands. Definitely haven't been in Badlands. I don't think I've ever been in ever been in Badlands. Bob does not like the sound of Badlands. I do not believe I've ever in the game thus far, been in Badlands. Because it's actually fairly small bit of biome, I think. And it's feeling like we're a bit close, but there we go. Where's our shadow? There's our shadow. Alright, so we won't... okay. Wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was. How brave am I feeling? Do I want to get out and grab that 6 meters a second? Quick save. Oh yes. Take data, store experiments. Nope, that was a mistake. Right. No, I should have. I'm going to die. Yeah. So that's why you don't do that. So that's why I didn't do that. I don't know. Yeah, you don't do that. That's not a thing you do. And I didn't do it, as you can tell, because that would have been stupid. Only a stupid person would have done that. That's what would have happened. Bob did the calculations. That was Bob doing the calculations and working out what a dumb idea that was. Had I not turned on my RCS, actually, I might have survived, because if he lands on his helmet, he's fine. But Bob did the calculation and worked out that he would turn on his RCS, not land on his head, do a horrific ragdoll thing, and then die. So that was maths. That was what that was. That was a simulation that Bob did. Oh, let's not do that. Let's not bother. It is a bit late to jettison the heat shield now. Thud. We still in Badlands? No, we're now in Highlands. I don't know where the Badlands went. We were in Highlands at one point. Oh well. I don't know if I've got a Highlands from... I do. Take data. These all go on top of each other, which is a bit bad. Ah, okay. So there's an experiment here that I got 2 of, which is a bit annoying. I've got that already, and I've got that already. Right. So there's some experiment that I've got 2 of. A crew report, I suspect. Yeah. So other than going to have a walk and see if I can find some Badlands nearby, which I don't think I'll be able to, I think we're going to recover the vessel, is what we're going to do. And by recover a vessel, this is just Bob in his own. So he's just got a tiny bit of science from a soil sample, and whatever that crew report was. Recovery vessel survived a flight, which is apparently Bob himself. Crew report while in space high over Minmus. Okay, I suspect I've actually got a couple of those already. So there's Bob, didn't actually get anyone. So now I need to go to the tracking station. And I need to go find that vessel. There we are. Right. Oh, 201 science. That's actually better than I thought I was going to get. So I got mystery goo, a couple of temperature scan while in space near Kerbal. Already have that apparently. So 15, 8.2. Crew report while in space high over Minmus. That's the one that I just got, that was a repeat. And you don't get crew reports. You don't need to do more than one of. Material study while in space high over Minmus. That's 62 science. That's a big chunk actually. So 219 science. Let's have a quick look at our probe here. Right, I think that actually should have burnt up in the atmosphere. But because the game, if you're not the active vessel, the game tends to ignore whether or not you burn up into the atmosphere. So I can't actually control this, I don't believe. Oh, so I'm actually... Wow. Can I do anything with this? I don't think I can. So in fact, it's breaking less in the atmosphere than I would have expected. So hang on, did that just completely ignore going through the atmosphere? Kind of looks like it did. Yes, it seems to be exactly what it's doing. Right, so let's warp to there. Because I actually am not entirely convinced this should actually even survive going through the atmosphere. But I think because the way the game is working, it was literally skipping the whole bit of it going through the atmosphere, so it wasn't even simulating going through the atmosphere at all. Yeah, my paraps is really rather high. It's kind of interesting. because the vessel this was attached to when I booted it had a parry of 35k, and this has got like a 20k higher periapsis, which is a bit weird. So I'm wondering well, maybe it is in fact going to just survive. Well, it's on fire. It's going to be on fire for there we go. See, that was more like what I was expecting. Perfectly honest, I probably didn't need to do any of this. I probably could if I just quit. Because it's on a suborbital. No, because I'm on a suborbital trajectory. It will probably just have been deleted. But it looks like, in theory, if assuming it survives, that it's going to, or which I think it is. Wow. Well, I mean, that will eventually burn up in the atmosphere. I'm not okay. So that was insane. That's entertaining. It's not letting me get back to the space center, possibly because I'm still in the atmosphere. There we go. Hit F3. Oh, the science junior that blew up. Yeah, well, science juniors are wimpy, so they do that. So I'm going to go to the space center. I'll just delete them now. So there you go. With a bit of help from the Trajectories mod, I got home reasonably easily. That was quite entertaining. So that's the last bit. It's got a parry of 55. It'll eventually decay, but so if I'm just going to delete it, all I'm really doing is saving the game some time, in my opinion. I'm not like cheaterating or anything. This would eventually have burned up in the atmosphere. But I now have some science to spend. I've got 218. This is all at 90. So I get two of these. I get one of these. Nice big chunky fuel tanks. No, actually they're not all that brilliant, actually. Activate advanced grabbing unit. Oh, I like that. I like that again. That. I have to get advanced construction first, which is. Ooh, I get the first of my Kerbal. Oh, I get fairings though as well. First of the Kerbal attachments system things, which is the winch. And you also get the ground base. Aerodynamics, some bits which I don't care about too much. Because I'm not making jets. Interesting. First docking port. Propulsion system. Tiny engines for satellites. I'm not sure I want satellites. I'm not sure I care about satellites at all. Because I want to get big chunky science. And big chunky science means getting the data and getting it back again. That really means manned missions. I think. So I might be wanting. I think I'm going to go for landing type stuff. I think the next thing I want to do is land on the Mun itself. I want that. That's going to be 160 science, which I take that, and so I don't have enough science to do anything else. So there you go. That's what we're doing. When I say land on the Mun, I think I'm going to land on Minmus. Minmus sounds a lot easier to play with. Although, with Kerbal Engineer and with the Trajectories mod, I think between those two I should be able to do that relatively easy. But anyway, Thank you very much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, come visit me at minmusdice.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, and you can find links to that in the video description. And until next time, reach for the stars.